it's been a while, so here again I am Universal Sidechain, and today I'm not going to do a real tutorial, but much more a piece of advice, and then I will give you some patches for your dubstep song. Today what I wanted to tell you is the importance of layering synth together and to layer them well. When I'm talking about layering, I'm not talking about, put a laser sound and behind you put a bass sound and then a guitar that makes beep-a-doo-doo-doo-doo and all this stuff together that makes a mix more complex, but too complex. Now, what I wanna say is when you listen to a simple song, what you do not really know is that there is more or less 4, 5, 6 things behind it. So let me show you an example, which is in the drop of one of my new songs here. Before I show you the example, you can see that there is more or less 50 tracks in that song. But when you will listen to the drop, for example, there's only 3 main things that you can hear, and these are made of, well, 12 to 20 tracks. And that's enormous, but I'm going to show you why after this. So let me show you the drop after the breakdown. The problem with Reason is I'm using Reason 5, so as you can hear, when you hit a sample, it lasts for its whole length. So I'm sorry if you can hear some distortion, but my sound card is doing some shit today, so don't worry about that. I'm going to upload that song on YouTube because I think it's my most accomplished song, so I'm pretty proud of it for the moment. But I think in 2 months not. Okay, the first synth I'm gonna show you, and it is the synth that I'm gonna give you the refill patches. It's the kind of pa-pa-pa-pa-pa synth, this one. And as you can see here, I've got 4 tracks for that thing. So let me show you in detail what I've done. So the first main synth, which is called pa 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 pa, here. So it's a simple synth with not that much EQ on it, just highly high pass to fit it better in the mix. So there we go. And alone on its sound, it sounds okay, but there's something missing. I mean, I will let you hear it. If we go to the frequencies analyzer, you can see everything is cut below 500 Hz more or less, and it's pretty okay for all these frequencies. No, the reason why I'm going to layer that synth with other synth, it's because you have to think your track is a big fat box with a lot of places, and there are places for the sub, places for the kick, places for the snare, and then you've got your mid, your high mid, your highs, your high highs, and everything must be filled when you have finished your song. And the problem is when you have that high synth on its own alone, even if the kick and the snare hit, it won't be filled enough to feel powerful. So what I've done first is add some sub bass. So it's the same sub bass for every bass. So the first notes you heard was from the other bass, but when the synth hit, you can see it's much more powerful. Okay. After this, what I've done is I've made a high pa-pa-pa because it's a high synth, so it needed more high hands, and it wasn't wide enough for me. So I think it's that. So let's go back to our pa-pa-pa synth. Here you can see I have high passed them a little bit more, and I have widened them a little bit more too. Do not forget that after all my distortion I high passed again, because the distortion brings back some harmonic contents below the frequencies I wanted to cut. And I've made some more EQ, but not that much. No, just to bring back some frequencies that I needed. And with the main synth, it sounded like that. Then to give it more grittiness, I've had a distort pa-pa-pa-pa-pa, which is the same thing again, but highly high-passed, and with more distortion. I think I've had one somewhere, and much more widened, as you can see here. And I've had some reverb, because in the other synths there wasn't reverb. If there's something you must know, it's that reverb with all your synths is the kind of glue that will make them going together. So the distort synth on its own is pretty ridiculous, but with the pa-pa-pa-pa-pa and the high pa-pa-pa-pa-pa, it sounded like that, which was pretty powerful. But here is the final trick before I let you go. When you make some laser sounds, you can see in the frequencies analyzer that usually your sound doesn't go downer, I think, certain frequencies, which is the one you've chosen for your high-pass filters. And this is okay, but when it's a bass on its own like that, and without any bass behind it, you really need something to bring back the frequencies between the snare and your laser sound. And this is why I've made here a patch called Bass Pa-Pa-Pa, which is the same patch again, but here the octave has been lowered. I think I had loads more distortion, because the smoothest frequencies of distortion are in between 500 Hz and 1 kHz. So I could bring on more distortion on this synth, and you can see here it has been high pass, but not that much, just to give more space to the sub after this. And it has been EQ'd of a different amount, and on its own it's just like a bass that makes ba 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 ba. But this, with all the other patches, will make the sound more complete, more professional, and it has been monofied, because all the high synths were widened, and when you go back in the low frequencies, it really needs to be mono, and together it sounds like this, which sounds more professional, more complete. And what I've done here, it's a simple trick. I've filled all the boxes, and when I'll put the sub with it, there's no more space to fill, except for the kick and the snare space, which are here now. and your sound more professional and more complete. That was just the only thing I wanted to say today. I hope it was pretty useful. As I said, I'm gonna upload the song on YouTube so you can clearly hear it, because there's lots of distortion with my soundcard, I think, so I hope you don't get it, but if you do, don't worry, it's my soundcard that is, I think, a little bit dusty. And yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the description to show you, to give you these 4 patches, so I hope it's gonna help you to make new sound. Why not use it in your own song? It's there for you, it's free, so use it. And I'm gonna do some more tutorial, but I was pretty busy, so I hope you will continue to follow me. Have a nice day, everyone. Stay tuned. Bye.